See if this works. Bucs fans, wow. 20-24, the Buccaneers fall to the New Orleans Saints. That was abysmal. There's abysmal football from front to front to back, left to right, everything. I am not happy with the way we performed in any shape or form in that game. It was ugly. There's nothing good about it. I mean, I can't even think of a bright spark. Oh, Braswell made a play. So here's the situation, guys. This is how we got to do things. Buccaneers can't lose another game because at the moment the division's that tight. We've put this up by Christopher Cole. This team is so soft. I ain't complaining about that. Yep, 100%. I'm not going to complain about your point because it's legitimate. There's nothing hard-nosed right now that we're seeing on defense. It's poor, man. Offensively, we're poor. Defensively, we're poor. And to be honest, the injuries are on the offensive side, are mainly on the offensive side of the ball. So what are we fucking doing? We're only missing one dude on defense. And that's Kalijah Kancey. One guy. Yeah, I know. We all knew that the weakness of this team, and this is a real question that I'm going to ask everyone for in Bucs Report, Bucs fans, and anyone on Bucs social media. I'm happy. I'm happy the early part of the season when I saw Emeka doing his thing. I was like, wow, this seems like a slam dunk. Now that missing linebacker or that missing edge rusher really seems to be. And I know we all were hoping that Hassan Reddick was going to be the guy, but he's not. He's not. We took a gamble, hoping it was going to be a JPP or a Shat Barrett. Not to be. Levante David is slowed down. He's still a very good player. He's just not great anymore. He's old. And I love that man from the bottom of my heart. He is one of my favorite players on defense. If not my favorite player, Antoine Winfield Jr. is probably my favorite right now. But for a long time, it was Levante David. I loved the way he carries himself. I still do to this day. But it's criminal that they have just left him with no Robin to assume the mantle of Batman. Because he's been Batman for so fucking long. They bring in Devin White. Devin White fucking shits the bed. They bring in so many different people that none of them can do the job. Maybe it's worth sitting down with fucking Levante and say, Levante, tell me a linebacker you'd like to work with. And we'll try and bring out of the free agents and see if we can bring him in to work with you. Because we need a successor. And I'm telling you right now, next year, I don't like talking about next year because we're still in this year. But next year, you're going to have to find Levante's replacement because Levante's got to be Robin next year. He can't be Batman all the time. He is showing signs of a worn-out Batman. That's not fair on him. I'm just going to go through a couple of these. Emeka sucks and shouldn't be starting. Tired of watching him jogging routes and dropping passes anyway. Yeah, that does feel like a low effort from him at the moment. I think he's scared of getting touched, to be honest. I think Tez offers way more in versatility in the fact that this is a guy who weighs like fucking, $160. He's my weight, realistically, without my height. But Emeka's a good player. I think you'll get more out of him. It's disappointing to see this team. And look, passing-wise, I'm not going to kill this team, but there are plays on this team that need to be reeled in. There were catches that should have been catches that were catches that were perfect, maybe with a bit more mustard on them. And that's why I said in the Bucs Report Bucs chat that maybe a Cade Otton is more your guy to go to because he doesn't wear gloves. And anyone who's played the game of football will tell you a lot of guys will take off their gloves if it's pissing down rain. Because the tackiness of those gloves, it does the opposite in the rain. They're just slippy. So wearing gloves in the rain just doesn't work. So a lot of guys will take off their gloves and just play with bare hands. And K. Dalton plays with bare hands anyway, which means he has a natural good touch of the football. Bucky wasn't as good today, but I tell you what, that run game was popping. You just can't live off it. And this whole offensive structure just feels like a stab in the dark. If Bowles keeps his job, if he keeps his job, the first casualty's got to be Grizzard. I don't see anything from his play calling that makes me go, wow, this guy knows to take advantage of players. He knows how to take advantage of the field. He knows how to take advantage of the one-on-one situations. He knows how to take advantage of the field position. He knows how to take advantage of the numbers game in certain sections. So playing like trips and bunches and what have you, and tight bunches. It's just hard to watch. I'm just going through some of these. The middle of the field is always wide ass open. Yeah. Well, this is the issue, Chris Cole, is when you do blitz and you blitz in zone, guess who you blitz? You tend to blitz your two middle guys. So I'm going to just break this down for a quick second and just try and imagine the screen is the field. This here is we got to cover three. So we got about here, and then we got two other zones here. Then you got two middle zones here, and then you got the flats here. You blitz these two, you got fuck all here. Got nothing. And if you have one guy, one guy has all of this. No one's going to be able to cover that, especially if you've got two guys going up the middle. Where you go? You should be able to read the quarterback's eyes. Quarterback's eyes can fool you, though. Quarterbacks at this level should be able to fucking read and turn you. It's just disappointing to see this team being picked apart by a fucking rookie quarterback that I've never fucking heard of. Can somebody in this chat tell me where Tyler Shook was drafted? Can someone here tell me what college he went to and what his accolades are as a football player? Now, I don't know college football as much as I do NFL because it's a lot harder to consume in this country. Like I'm a USF and I do like the Seminoles also, but I can't watch every one of their games. I don't have the time, the lifestyle to fit it all in. And to be fair, 9 times out of 10, their games aren't televised over here. You have to go and find illegal streams and stuff. So technically, I can't really do that. But what's really grinding my gears right now is what are we going to do? Because this defense looks washed. We can't stop the run. We're not awful. We're not awful. We're just not good. And offensively, we look lost. This Buccaneer team had a fucking cakewalk 5-game schedule. The only game in this 5-game schedule that I would go, maybe they could do us, was Miami. Because they have trended upwards in the last couple of weeks. Right now, it's fucking anyone. Are we all convinced that we're going to absolutely put the dick into fucking the Falcons and make them squeal like a bunch of bitches? No. Because after what we saw today, and look, here's the thing. This coaching staff don't know how to coach in the rain. They don't know how to coach in the rain. This should have been your most inventive run game with every little crease, wrinkle you can put in. This is where the end arounds. This is where the jet sweeps and a jet series will really work for you. This is where you have the jet guy go this way. Cool. Next play, jet guy goes this way and you get a dive. This time you get the jet guy go this way and then you get a counter. This time you have the jet guy go and it's a pass. There's so much more. This team does not do series. They just do. And it's fucking disappointing to watch. I was expecting from Grizzard it was going to be very similar to Liam Cohen because he's been around Liam Cohen. But it's not. And yeah, I'm going to give the offense one little saving grace at this. The offensive line wasn't what the offensive line's meant to be. But that's not an excuse. This is a 2 and fucking fuck all team. Let's go through a couple more of the comments. Emeka is a good player. He's just going through a lull right now. Mike Evans had drops. Absolutely. Look, I'm not getting on the kid. I just know that he does not play with the same kind of grit that some of the other wide receivers do. And that's disappointing. Mike Evans doesn't, but when he has to get push comes to shove, he will lay his pads down and get what he wants, but he doesn't look for it all the time. But if he's in a position where he has to, he'll do it. The offense has no rhythm. It feels like it. Tez is better. I mean, you can't say that just yet, but I like what Tez brings to the table. Cousins will put up 600 yards. They will if they keep playing this fucking bum-ass zone. Has he? I refuse to believe the same guy we're calling after. Has he? I refuse to believe this is the game. This is the same guy that was calling our third down plays last year. Outcoached. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Outcoached. Outcoached. They wanted that game. You could see it. Out-hustled? 100%. Out-schemed? Probably. We didn't know what we were doing. I am just glad that I got to fucking watch my team win a fucking football game in person. I got that. But if someone turned around to me and said, you get a choice, Slick, I will give you watching the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win a game in person, or you can watch them go win 2 playoff games. You know what I'm picking? Playoff games. I'll fucking watch my team lose every single game in flesh if it meant my team had successful years. I'll find a way to watch a game if that was the anatomy of doing that, right? I'm sick to my stomach of what we're doing right now. It seems Bowles is running out of ideas. You know what? I know this isn't a big one on the game, but one that really irritated me was deep into the second half. We've only got seconds left. We've got like 11 seconds on the play. It was kickable at that point. And we go and throw a pass. And ultimately, it's Emeka's fault. But why are we not letting the clock go down to 1 and kick the ball? That gives us, it nets us 3 points. And I'm not saying we lost by 4, so it's not going to win us the game, but it might put us in position. It builds confidence in your team. Hey, guys, we just fucking walked away with 3 points there. We just snuck that in and done. We went, got it in, got the points in, everyone's galvanized, and maybe the next drive, which you return on, and I say this big. The Buccaneers, I believe the Buccaneers had the ball back in the start of the third quarter, the start of the half. If you kick a field goal and then you put a touchdown in, that's 10 points. Woo! And you've already got the lead. You go from a 16-point to a 13-point lead. Game might be fucking done. These guys might be checking the fuck out. They might be looking at trips to Cancun during the fucking break. Dartboard coaching. I disagree. I say this is fucking dice. They roll. You know that you can get. I got a game on Timu that's coming to my house, so I can play it on Christmas Day with my family. It's called dice football. So you roll a dice and it tells me how many yards you get. Roll a dice, it tells me how many yards you get. Your dice versus their dice, that kind of thing. That's what it looked like the Buccaneers were fucking playing. Let's roll the fucking crapshoot and see what we get. It's disgusting. And it's not book ball right now. I understand that this team is injured, but on the defensive side, it's not an excuse. Hassan Reddick was not the answer, and we did not have a contingency plan for that. We don't, and we never did. We were hoping Savasier Dennis was going to play the glimmers of football that we've seen of him, but when you put it all together, it ain't been that good. I'm starting to feel like this team just got lucky and isn't ready because it feels like they're not. I mean, I agree that some. I think if you went old school Bowles, when he had the pieces that he had, when he had that elite pass rush with 4 to 5, I disagree. But right now, yeah, because Coach Bowles' fucking scheme is soft ass zone, back the corners off as far as you fucking can, win the run down, win the second down, and then just give it up on the third down. Because that's what it feels like to me. That's the medicine that I feel like I'm having to fucking swallow every fucking Sunday. It's not good enough. And I'm disappointed because I like Bowles' style. I model a lot of stuff that I do as a coach after Coach Bowles. I mean, I'm a bit more of a get after him guy, but fuck. It breaks my heart to see us this bad. The talent that we have, other than the edge rushers and other the Robin to Levante's Batman, who should slowly assume the role of Batman, isn't happening. The Buccaneers had an opportunity to go after Jalen Phillips. I think is it Jalen Phillips? I'm not too sure. Phillips, the guy who went to the Eagles. They had the opportunity to go get him. I'm saying he's elite, but what they gave up to get him, I give it up. Because you put him next to number 0, you're going to get a better pass rush. Now you don't have to blitz as much. Now you don't have to be so exotic on your blitzing and you all those other packages that you can afford to be a little bit more conservative. And when you are conservatives, you don't have to be. You can play that tight man. I'm just me personally. I'm just really fucking disappointed. The entire front seven needs a makeover. I don't know about that. Kalijah Kancey needs to get healthy. He needs to stay healthy. He is a very, very good player. Logan Hall is up and down. He's inconsistent. I'm not sure about that. Vita Vea is still Vita Vea right now. I'm not. So I disagree with that sentiment. And I think you aren't going to get... I don't know if that's all one word, so if I butcher your name, just write it in here and tell me if I'm wrong. K. Leonard or K. Lard 2. I disagree with that. I disagree with that because you can't make over an entire front seven in 1 year. It's not going to happen. You can do it. Doesn't mean they're going to be fucking good. You have to do it in steps. So the first thing you need to do is you address your biggest weaknesses. So your biggest weakness is the opposite side to Kalijah Kancey, which is Logan Hall. So you need to find someone there. I think Kalijah Kancey just needs to stay healthy. So you've got to also look at that potentially. But Logan Hall and Kalijah Kancey as a double act on one side, I can take that. But you've got to bring in a solid dude on the other side. Vita Vea, I'm not touching. I'm not touching Vita Vea because Vita Vea is still Vita Vea. He's not always as dominant as he always is, but it makes a difference when you have elite pass rushers because those elite pass rushers force you to not just compensate for Vita Vea. It's easy to compensate for Vita Vea if the guys around him aren't going to get home. Quite simply. You can't do that when you got Ndamukong Suh staring down you and JPP and Shaq Barrett in their primes. You ain't doing that. You get fucking eaten alive if you try and go, oh, we're not going to double team Vita Vea. And that's how Vita Vea looked like such a bully because they had to look at the other guys around him because they had talent. So that's what I'm saying is, I'll go to the ad of this. I realize you can't, but it needs to be done. Hall is a bust. Braswell is a bust. Vita Vea, Kancey is injury prone. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I don't know about the busts. I think Hall can be a role player or a backup, but where we drafted him, you don't expect second rounds to be. They should become eventual starters. Braswell it looks like a bust to me. Yeah, I agree with you, bro. I 100% agree with you. Braswell's done. He's done. That guy ate because he was on Alabama. So yeah, I'm down with you on that one. Now, normally I go for the stats, and I'm going to do that in a second. But guys, if you're a fan of what we do here at the post game, and if you watch the pre-game with my guy AJ Turner, come check us out Monday, the aftermath, 7 p.m. It'll be on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon Music, wherever you get your podcast. We're on there too. It takes a couple of days, but if you want to see the face or the faces, me and my bro host AJ Turner, we lay it down and we say it how it is. We're fans of the game of football first before Buccaneer fans. So please come check us out tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, and we're there. And we like guys to come on. We like guys to come on film. We like guys to come on with us and chat their shit, talk their talk. If you want to go toe-to-toe with us, that's cool. If you want to come and chill it with us, that's cool. I appreciate everyone watching right now. So we're going to have a little talk about what happened in this game. We're going to go through the stats of the game, and then we're going to go with it. So, start of the game. Touchdown. D. Neal takes it in for up the middle. 3-yard touchdown. Smith adds the extras. Baker Mayfield short to Bucky Irving, 24-yard pass. And this was in my opinion, was the game for the screens. You got this wet weather. They don't catch it. Guess what? It falls on their deck. Cool. No problems. Can't get intercepted when it falls on the floor. Screen passes rarely get intercepted. This is where you come up with your sexy screens, your tunnel screens, and all that jazz. This was the most creative shit you could come up with. This was a chalkboard game. It didn't happen. The best drive, in my opinion, was that one touchdown, that rushing touchdown where we just went bang, 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 up the middle, up to the side, up left. It was a beautiful thing to see because that's how we should have won the game. So, going into that, it's 7-7. Buccaneers, Chase McLaughlin hits the 41 field goal. And this is my point, guys. Buccaneers had the ball in the second half. To finish the game. They kicked the field goal. They could have gone 13-0. 13-0. They get the ball back. Everyone's galvanized. 13-7. Everyone's galvanized and ready. You've got to understand how momentum works in this game. You come in, you double whammy, you turn that into a 10-point back-to-back scores. Now all of a sudden you're 17-0. Even if they score, they're chasing the game. Tyler Shough rushed up the left end for 34 yards, which makes me feel physically sick. Touchdown. This was the one I believe Lavonte David just couldn't get the hold of. No, this was the screen later, isn't it? Yeah. Our secondary cannot become secondary force players. They just can't do it. Especially Zion McCullum. I don't know why we go. It's quite simple. This is how I'm a DB coach myself. At the elementary level, I understand at the NFL level, it's a bit more complex. But let's say this is your wide receiver, my fist, right? And whatever like alignment. So this is an inside alignment. That's what we would call an outside shade. Oh, it's mirrored. Shit. That's what we call an outside shade. This is an inside shade. So this part here is the inside of the field, right? Inside shade, outside shade, right? When in any situation, which inside or outside, I teach my guys to do this and scrape. And if you're here, scrape. Why? Because if anything bounces out, you got it. Because this is the one thing I teach my DBs. If you do this and you go inside, that safety that's back here is going to come all the way around to make that play. They're getting 10 yards plus, 100%. I got a couple of guys coming in with a comment, so I'll just go through these in a couple of seconds. Do you think the secondaries get in competent coaching? They fucking should be. These are NFL coaches. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'll have to look at it, but these are the same coaches that I would imagine, for the most part, coached them to a Super Bowl win. But there was a story today, and well, not today particularly, but it's been this week, that Cam Newton said not every NFL coach can coach the talent and teach the talent. A lot of them go, well, you know how to tackle, so we just teach you our scheme. Hence why, if you ever watch anything with Coach Arians, he's sort of, we're teachers first. But I think teachers always come down to everything. So if I'm looking at guys struggling at something, I'm going to work with them as hard as I can and just keep working with them on that particular skill set. Now, I don't get all the time that an NFL team would get to teach guys. I would kill for that. If someone paid me what I get paid as my salary, as my day job, or even I'd take less. I'd take less. I'd probably take, and I'm not going to let anyone know what my wages are down here, but I'll take $25K to go in English to go and coach a team how to play football if it was my day job. 100%. I get close to fucking 10 hours a week minimum. I could do some magic with that. But you got to identify the weaknesses of your team, and what this team does really badly is soft zone coverage, and we are struggling with angle tackles and pursuit. The middle of the field is wide open because we blitz. The middle of the field is wide open because we put one guy back there because we blitz, and it's usually a guy who can't pick up shit. He ain't no pooper scooper. I don't know. I will always throw my hat in the ring. Every year, the Buccaneers do a coaching internship to try and get guys in. I've done 2 years. 2 years I've failed to get in. So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm fucking fantastic and I know everything about football, because I don't. There's always somebody who knows more. But I'm a hungry dude that wants to learn the game of football and would love to sit there and just absorb whatever I can. But I know the fundamentals. I've won I have won promotion. I've been to a bowl game. I've been to a national championship game. I didn't win it, unfortunately. But I'm not saying I'm the greatest, but I know what looks poor. And right now we look poor in certain areas, and we're getting exposed by a team that's won 2 games. And that's what upsets me. When you play in the rain, you got to understand, you've got to be very inventive in your run game. Short passes. Baker, you've got to loop that ball. You can't fucking zip it. Can't zip that ball, because it will bounce out of hands. It's just too wet for that kind of game. But going on to that, we'll go on to the next one here. It's just the same errors over and over. 100%. I totally agree. I totally agree, because I've not seen any improvement in those exact same areas. So I'm on the same field as you, brother. I'm just disappointed. But I have a tradition. Every time the Buccaneers lose, the jersey I wear, I shed it so I can wear a new jersey. So unfortunately, D Brooks, it's done. You got 1 game. That's it. I'm really sad. The positive I take out of that is I get to wear other jerseys. And I've got more jerseys than we've ever lost in a season since we got good. So, Buccaneers, do not make me go through my jersey compliment, because the last jersey I have to wear is a fucking Thursday night throwback. A Thursday night fucking color rush, Jameis Winston. I don't want to wear that shit. Don't want to do it. Don't make me do that shit, because I'm 3 games away from it. Stop dropping the fucking ball. Start being that team. Galvanize. Be ready. You're an NFL fucking football team losing to the fucking Saints at home. Now, I'll say this. I'm going to call out some Buccaneer fans. That bottom bowl of the stadium, vacant. Where the fuck were you? Oh, a bit of rain made you shy off. I would get soaking fucking wet for that, and I would still be screaming. My voice was hoarse after the last fucking game. Disappointed. Are we that fucking fair weather that a bit of rain makes us cry the fuck off? God damn, come in my fucking country. It pisses down all the fucking time when we sit through a fucking game. Soaked through to your fucking skin. You are walking as if you jumped into a fucking swimming pool. Freezing fucking cold. In your country, it'd be about fucking 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Fucking cold. I walked the fuck home. 2 miles. I mean, I could take an Uber. I'm just cheap. But what I'm saying is, guys, I understand the kids and the families. I get you. I'm with you. But Bucs faithful? Guys, are we really fair weather fans? Don't call yourselves a Bucs fan if you leaving because it's cold and wet. In Florida, I will kill to be in your position. Kill for it. See you walk out like that. Makes me sick. Bucs fans, we have to do better. Don't leave the game. Cheer. Go hoarse in the voice so you can't talk the next day. Because you did everything possible to will your team as a fan to get the dub. So we let our team down. Damn straight, they should have done their fucking job. But we got to do ours too. As fans, we got to support. We did not give the support that they deserved. I'm not saying that's the reason we lost the game. We lost the game because we were poor. But when you hear someone call your name, that Bucky, 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 I'm going to make him run a little bit harder. Let's go, Baker. That's going to make him throw that a little bit better. Come on, Kate Otten. Damn, they're feeling it. Let's go, Diaby. Let's go, Diaby. I see you, Diaby. It all builds that cauldron of energy that the team absorbs, and they take it into their soul and they put it into the game. You take that out with a wet game, I'm telling you right now, wet games is the ultimate equalizer. Do you know what kills it? Run game, inventive, being innovative in the way you use the football in your running game and in your short passing game, screens, and your fans willing you to go that extra mile. That's the difference. So when we walk out and our offensive coordinator ain't got a fucking clue, because that's how it feels. That's how it feels. This is what we're left with. I'm going to go back through this. Fourth quarter. Tyler Smith. 30-yard field goal. Sean Tucker at the middle. Gets us a touchdown. McLaughlin puts the point in. Then Smith gets a 30-yard field goal. We're now 17-17. Tyler Shuck scrambles left end touchdown, 13 yards. Smith has the extras. McLaughlin puts in the field goal. I'm not saying that this team would have won, but I'm just saying when you are in a situation that you're in the second quarter and you got 11 seconds on the clock and you call a timeout, why aren't you letting that clock drip down and just kick the field goal and walk away? Because you're going to get the ball back. Bucs had the ball back. They just did fuck all with it. But can you imagine you do that? You add the 3 points and the Buccaneers are like, we got this. We just throw this in. Now look at the differential would be what? You would have a 16-point lead if you got away with it. And even if it's a field goal, it's a little bit less, but it makes them go, oh shit. They're starting to walk away with this. That allows your play calling, in some ways, would be conservative. In some ways, would be more aggressive because you want to step on the foot. You want to step on the throat and hold that foot down. But this Buccaneer team didn't want to do it. They just went, you know what? We'll just win. Well, that didn't happen. So total yards, Buccaneers are 301. The Saints were 260. They just did more with the ball when they got it. Passing yards, 122 to 121. Rushing yards, 179. to 139 yards per play. They walked out with we got 1.1. Sorry, 4.1. They got 4.7. First down, we got 19 first downs to their 16. So we beat them in so many categories, but their third down category, that's the one that makes you sick. 3 of 13, 5 of 11. That's why they won the game. Total play, 69 to 55 in our favor, unfortunately. And then we went on fourth down 7 times. We're going to be aggressive. If I see this team go on fourth down, I will kill myself. I'm done. They can't do shit on fourth down. Unless they can run the ball, don't fucking bother. They do not have the creative ability to scheme people open and use mismatches. They just don't have it. Motion's just fucking decoration. Like, pay no attention. If I'm a DC of an opposing team for the Buccaneers, pay fuck all attention to their motion because it's practically pointless. It is just window dressing. It's just look at the bullshit. That's all it is. There's nothing to them than just dressing up Billy bullshit. And that's how this guy's got his job, because he dresses up Billy bullshit. I don't rate it. I want to see different series. I want to see a jet sweep series where I see the jet guy get the ball. Then I want to see the running back get the ball. Then I want to see the running back counter off the ball. You put 2 running backs there, and then you get even more creative, but that's not really our thing, so I'm okay with that. Then we can do, if we took what we'll do is we'll do a we'll get the tight end in a 11 personnel. We'll get the tight end on the jet. He'll come around, won't take the ball. He'll just punch up the middle and be the lead blocker. You just have so many different tastes of the same play that looks almost identical that they don't know what you're going to run. They have to go with how frequent you run it. And if you add a wrinkle in there, that's when you can get that little upper hand. You do the jet motion turns into a wheel route. The jet motion turns into the running back going through the B gap and then breaking out to the flats. There's so many increments you can do to this that you don't do. I could draw them up today. And I know drawing up a play and making a play happen are 2 different things. I get that. But it feels like with the talent that we have, we do not use it. And I'm disappointed. I get that we're beat up. I'm sick of fucking losing. And I don't like us seeing losing to the Saints. At this point, this Buccaneers team is scheduled to go. How many games we lost right now? And look at this bullshit. We're 7-6. We're just above break even, right? So we're clinging onto the division by our fucking nuts. Which until we got to win next week and we got to win the week after. That'll be a big one. But it's not over yet. Because you got to play them again. You got Miami. Miami don't look like bullshit anymore. They were, but they're looking better now. And that's in Miami. Right now, my faith is just, it's crushed, man. It hurts. I fucking love this team. And it hurts that I have to watch what we're doing right now. We still have talent. I know the complainers are going to sit there and go, we're missing this guy, we're missing that guy. We're too good of a football team right now to be this poor. And I'm going to say this to the Bucs ownership. You have to entertain the idea that Bowles is not the guy. The same way as your predecessor assessed that Tony Dungy, love him and what he built with the Bucs, wasn't that guy. Maybe it's time to move on. aging players on this Buccaneers team, and you can't keep wasting talent. Can't keep doing it. You've got to make decisions about guys you're keeping. So you're probably going to look at different tight ends. Can't draft one because your first 2 picks got to be fucking linebackers and edge defenders. They got to be. I mean, argument can be made that all you're going to draft is fucking edge defenders and linebackers. Because maybe you hit big on one of them. All I'm saying is, Bucs and Buc fans, I just want to see us thrive, man. I need to see it because we're so close. And I know I'm being a complainative Bucs fan that I've been through some of the shit seasons. I was there with Jameis Winston before Jameis Winston. I was there. I was in the stands watching. My first ever Bucs game was watching us get blown out by the Ravens in 2014. I became a Bucs fan that day. I hadn't made my decision. I was like, I still love this team. I still want to be a part of this. I became a Bucs fan in 2014. And I know I haven't had the long haul that some of y'all had. And I endured the same bullshit that we had to deal with. And I still love Jameis Winston. I think he's an awesome dude. He's a roller coaster guy. And then I enjoyed Tom Brady seasons. I enjoyed the winning the divisions. But winning the division right now isn't enough anymore. It's time we took that leap. Instead of being a team that wins 1 game in the playoffs or losing in the first round, that we become that team that goes 2 wins or goes to the conference championships that could push for a Super Bowl again. This is what you've got to entertain. You've got to sit there, Bucs brass, Coach Light. You've got to sit there and assess, is this the right way? And I also understand that Bowles, from a defensive standpoint, everyone loves him. Everyone loves him. But if Lavonte David walks, because he's like, I'm done now, I don't have another year to give, that's his biggest supporter. Maybe Winfield. Anyone else? They're all gone. They're all gone. Winfield's probably, Winfield and Dean are probably the last 2 guys. Dean's probably going to walk because you're going to let him. So what are you going to do? What is it going to take for you to go, we need to make a change? And I will thank Bowles for his services because I've had some great times under Bowles. I've had some bad times too. Today was one of them. And I would love to sit and take a beer with that guy and learn a little bit of football, because I'm not going to sit here and say you don't know fucking football. But there are times I just think, what are you doing? That guy probably knows more football than I know. 100%. But sometimes when you're backed up into a corner and all the pressure is on you and you feel those pressures, you make foolish decisions. Not the same kind of decisions you would have made as a defensive coordinator, maybe. That's what I'm trying to say. Bucs fans, please check out the aftermath. Me and AJ always hold it down. He's a hype dude. I'm a hype guy when I get going. Just come back from the States myself. Got to watch the Buccaneers beat the Arizona Cardinals. Loved it. It was a great moment for me. But this team needs more. It really does. And decisions have got to be made in the coming. It ain't going to happen today, and it won't happen until the end of the season. But my faith in Bowles is starting to dwindle. And I'm a Bowles fan. I love the way he coaches the game of football. Not so much in the last 2 years, if truth be told. But for the most part, that's a guy I would love to sit, have a beer with, and just learn football from. Like, learn his philosophies, learn how he does things. But on that note, guys, that's the end of the post game. I hope everyone takes a sip of rum, bourbon, rye, smokes their cigar, and goes, what can we do better? Because that's what this team needs. What can we do better? Thursday Night Football's the game. That's where we're aiming to be. You win that game, then you got a date with destiny when it comes to the Carolina Panthers. Nobody has ever led the NFC South and finished winning the NFC South. Nobody has ever won 5 NFC South championships. It's on the line. You have to win you have to win next week. You have to win Thursday, and you 100% have to win against that rival. Buck fans, it's time we stood up, and it's time we told ownership, the coaching staff, what we want and how we want this game dictated. We are talented. We are great. We need to realize that potential and cultivate it. Maybe Bowles isn't that guy. Maybe he is. If you're a Bowles guy, I'm cool with that. But you can't keep dismissing the fuck-ups on defense. They're only missing one guy. Offensively, and the in-game decisions. To go in on 4th downs when they just weren't there. To go, the not kicking down field goals when they were right there. Sometimes I feel like teams don't understand momentum. Maybe they hear a voice in their fucking headset and they do stupid shit. I don't know. But on that note, guys, check us out. The Aftermath. Tomorrow. 7 p.m. Check us out. Apple Music. Spotify. Amazon Music. Or wherever you get your podcast. You can check us out a couple of days later. But if you want to see it live, we get live, baby. Come check us out. The Aftermath YouTube will be there. Check us out. It's unscripted, and we go hard. Bucks on me. Bucks on free. 1, 2, 3. Go Bucks!